Hello. I know it's been a while, but yeah, here I am. As I said before, and as I'll say again, it's difficult for me to do these reviews regularly because I've got other things to do, mate. Well, I try like. So yes, I have other things to do and other things to say. So as I've said before, I'm not able to watch them all because basically they're not on the streaming service that I use, and I'm not going to sit through YouTube and 7,000 ads. However, so this is World Wrestling Federation Superstars, August the 15th, 1992, ladies and gentlemen. The first match was the Big Boss Man making his in-ring return as he took on Skinner. And he beat him. With the Boss Man Slam. A 1, a 2, a 3. Great win for the Boss Man. No, not a great match, you know. Next match was the Ugandan Giant Kamala, and he took on Joe Steele, of course. Yeah. Kamala won with a pinfall when he didn't know how to turn him over. Now, after this match, this is where it gets a bit interesting. After this match, Kamala tried to go out into the fans. They got him out of the fans, and as he was going back towards the dressing room area, dum, because the Undertaker came out. And they both looked at each other, and they just kept staring at Kamala, staring, a hole in his soul. But there we are. Which leads us into the next match of the evening, which was The Undertaker, and he took on Chris Duffy and basically destroyed him. Chris Duffy is now in a body bag somewhere in 1992. Dum. The next match was a tag team match between Tim McGreevy and Jerry. Oh God, I can't remember my writing. It's terrible. Jerry something. They took on the former. Well, it's not great, this is it. And they took on the former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions Ted DiBiase, Owen Leicester, Money Incorporated. Everyone calls them Money Inc., but they're actually Money Incorporated. Let's get our facts straight here, ladies and gentlemen. And DiBiase won with the $1 Million Dream and one of the unlucky participants to get the victory. And the final and main event in-ring action of the evening was Jim Powers, who was well known in the 90s, and he took on Reza Ramo Chico. And Razor won, obviously, with the pinfall. They called it the Crucifix Bomb at that point in time, and that's how he won. But I think we all know it's known as something else. But yes, he won the match. Chico, I am not here. This is terrible. I can't do Razor's voice. But let's just say I can. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try and attempt to do Razor's voice. I'm sorry. I just can't do your Chico. Would you stop it? Sorry about that. I do apologise. So, other noteworthy events in this show, there wasn't much. But there was an interview with the Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm looking at my pen. You're a disgrace. It was the Macho Man Randy Savage, and he was interviewed by my guest at this time, Mean Gene Oakland, and he was doing the interview, and he was saying about the previous week, where, as we know, the previous week Mr. Perfect came out and said to, well, Flair came out to the Warrior and said that Mr. Perfect was negotiating with the Macho Man Randy Savage for Perfect to be in his corner at SummerSlam in 2 weeks. So Macho Man was saying, well, I'm not going to do his voice either. And he was talking, and then Perfect came out, and Perfect said, well, it's quite interesting because you gave me a very good offer, but Warrior's been on my phone day and night and day, and he's been offering money. And you just got to remember that the more I get offered money, the more it's more realistic that I will agree to be in that person's corner. And then, so of course, Perfect walks off, back to his commentary duties. And Mean Gene asks the question, so Macho Man Randy Savage, are you negotiating with Mr. Perfect to be in his corner? And the Macho Man said, well, oh yeah, but it's like this. I'm not going to say I am negotiating, I'm not going to say I'm not. Let's just see what will happen at SummerSlam. Ladies and gentlemen, there's way more questions and answers in this particular story. One to keep an eye on at SummerSlam 92 on Wembley Stadium in London, England. That is your WWF Superstars review. Yes. The reason I haven't been around is because I wasn't very well last week, physically or mentally. So yeah, there's that. I don't know what else to say really. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm still doing these videos. It's just I'm not doing as much as I would like, and probably as much as the universe would like me to do them. But I will do them as best I can, as good as I can, and as much as I can. Because, you know, we all have lives. We all have... I mean, I've got to eat, ladies and gentlemen. I have to eat. If you can get a bit physical like this without eating, woohoo! Yo, Bullet Club. So thank you very much for continuing to view my channel. They're not the best videos. I know that. You know that. He knows that. Him behind me. He knows that. There's no one behind me. It just sounds good. So yeah. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening to me witter on a semi-regular basis about probably that's inconsequential to most people, but to me, it's everything. So thank you very much. I will see you all at ringside, or will I? I might not. I might do. Who knows? That's the thing with wrestling. You've got to keep them hooked. You've got to keep people hooked. You know. Just to clarify, I'm not in the crate that's going to be opened at Elimination Chamber. I'm not in that crate. I just like to say it's not me. I'm not in there. I'm honest. But then someone who was in the crate would say that it wouldn't be in the crate. So who actually is in the crate? I don't know. But it will be interesting to find out. And that is my review for this week. Thank you very much. And I will see you very soon.